ever okay to tell somebody that, in your opinion, they are fat? That's the debate this morning. I know I'm going to get a lot of replies to that one. Mr Motivator, fitness guru, and Felicity Hayward, plus-size model and body-positive advocate, both with us this morning. Good to see you. Let's start with you, Mr Motivator. Let's call you, although I know what your other name is as well. Derek, is it ever okay to call somebody fat?
You know, back in the 1992, when you and I met and did something for television, at that stage, it was quite okay to walk up to someone, prod them in the belly and say, listen, you need to sort that out. Times have changed. We've moved away from that now, where you have to respect people's space and respect the fact that you have a choice to be unhealthy, to be large, to be fat, to be flabby, anything you want to be, as long as people don't come forward and start saying you need to do something about it.
OK, let's see what Felicity thinks about that.
I personally feel that you can't go up to people and talk about their weight, talk about their health if you aren't their doctor.
Now, it's quite interesting what you just said, by the way, Kay, your doctor. He's often the worst person to ever tell you to look after yourself, because he's standing on or sitting on the other side of the desk telling you that you're obese, that you need to lose weight. And when you look at him, he's not the living example of who you want to aspire to. In fact, this debate right now should be not about whether you can call someone fat. It should be, what should we provide on television to encourage people to look after themselves? Because the NHS is in a right state, often because people are not looking after themselves. And so therefore, I'm sorry, Felicity, you should be standing here saying, listen, I'm happy the way I am, but I train every single day.
I am happy that the way I am, and I do spin, and I do go to the gym, and I do swim. But the thing is, in society, not everybody who is overweight is unhealthy. There are several reasons why someone could be overweight. It could be with their thyroids. It could be they are dealing with grief. They have lost a child. They are in chemotherapy. They're a cancer patient. There are many different reasons why somebody is overweight. So I think that's where I'm coming from. I believe that going up to somebody and saying you are fat is never going to be a good thing. Personally, that's what I feel. Yes, we do have, and I saw in your article, we do have an obesity crisis in the UK. You said there's 6 billion people at the moment who are overweight, and that is an issue. But I think for me, what I do as a body positivity campaigner is being fat is always seen as the worst thing you can possibly be. But when you actually look at the stats, smoking costs the NHS 10.7 billion and alcohol abuse costs 26.5. But we are always focusing on the people that are overweight being the worst possible, when actually people that are addicted to smoking and, alcohol abuse who are severely underweight are also really unhealthy as well. I think it's about finding a middle balance of making everybody feel happy, confident in themselves. And if they want to make the change, they can.
Is it a cultural thing, Mr Motivator? I mean, I know that in your home country of Jamaica, telling somebody they're fat is considered in a very different way. And I was chatting to the team earlier, and Mari was telling me in France, they would go up to somebody and say they're fat. But is that the right way to deal with the situation? Some might say it just will make the situation even worse. People will withdraw into themselves and find themselves in a position where they have mental health challenges as a result.
Hey, listen, if we put aside the medical condition, let's put that aside. That doesn't apply to 90% of the population. 90% of the population are not getting up and moving their body. That's a fact. Every gym that's around the corner, if people were really into going to the gym and exercising, there'd be queues around the block. The moment you launch a new phone, the queues around the block for a new phone. But when it comes to your health, we don't. And this is the problem. We're trying to soft pedal this whole thing. The point is, right, every one of you listening right now can do something about your health, so that when you get to age 71, you can still be upright and be independent and look after yourself. And every single advocate of health and should be there pushing that message forward, because, Kay, from the first time we met, we've gone downhill. At that time, people were flooding into classes.
You speak for yourself, Mr Motivator.
I am. You know, but the point is, right, what I'm trying to tell you, listen, there's a joy I feel, right, in movement and exercise. My wife has lost 66 pounds this year. During the period when she was overweight, no one ever said to her, you look great. They say, that's fabulous what you're wearing. That's a beautiful dress. Now she's lost the weight. Everyone goes, my goodness, you look exceptional. You look fabulous. You look great. You see the difference? And that's what I'm saying to you. I'm sorry, Felicity. If you were to lose weight tomorrow, you may lose your career. And so, in other words, we should be saying to our kids for the future, listen, it's great, Felicity's happy in her skin, but she exercises every day, and we want you to do it. Every child out there must get up every morning and move their body. Every adult must strive for their independence. That's the only way the society will improve.
Let Felicity come in there. Go on, Felicity.
If I was to lose weight, I wouldn't lose my career, because body image and body positivity is for every size. So I wouldn't lose my career, because the core of what I'm saying is loving yourself for who you are at whatever size you are. So I wouldn't lose my career if I lost weight.
Career, let me tell you something. I want people, when they walk up the top of the stairs, they go, I'm not out of breath anymore. I want people, when they want to get out of the chair, they can get out with ease. I want people, right, who say, I don't need the NHS, because guess what? If I exercise and I move my body, I reduce the likelihood of developing every condition. And that's what this talk should be about. Not the fact that you're the 0.0001% who is a plus size model. In fact, you're quite happy being called a plus size model. That's quite interesting. And you don't want to be called fat.
Okay, Felicity, final thoughts from you?
I think personally, this is about not bullying and shaming people into changing who they are. They should be able to change themselves however and whenever they want to. And I just think that people that have mental health issues, people that are dealing, like I said, with chemotherapy, cancer, losing children that have put a bit of weight on, telling them that they're fat is not going to help. You need to give love and support in different ways. And if they want to make the change, they will.
It's good to talk to both of you. Thanks so much indeed. I was wondering why you talked about being 71 and still being upright, Mr Motivator, and I've just looked at your bio. You look fantastic. As do you, Felicity. Thank you both very much indeed for joining us. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.